School chums from York, John and Christopher Wright, were involved in a plot before him. No bonfires or fireworks for them, eh? All blamed on Guy. He was the fall guy, you might say. The jokes don't get any better. I'd get off. So there, the Grand Opera House. Down the bottom of the hill, you get to the river for a cruise on over the ooze. And there's the York Dungeons welcoming some more victims. I mean, obviously guests, of course. To tell you about the good old days, all the executions, torture, the plague, and some of our more famous sons. One you'll have heard of, Guy Fawkes. Born, nice big bay windows, pretty nice, all good, nothing wrong here. However, I'm going to show you a different house, but you might not spot it unless I point it out to you, so I'm going to have to give you a bit of a helping hand. So as we go up this street, it'll be on the left hand side, that's your first clue. Just past this black Jeep coming up on the left, you've got number 76, which is quite big to be fair. Got 5 windows on the top, so that's quite big. It's not that one. But next to that, you've got 78, and in between the two houses is a black door on the left. Look there now. Black door in between the two houses. That's another house. It's called the Little House. Blink and you'll miss it though. I believe it's the smallest property in York. Certainly, it's not good if you've got to go together like hand and glove. It's one of our major industries and has been for hundreds of years. Some of the greatest chocolates invented wouldn't exist without York. See, the Rowntree's family, they were one of the first. They started, yes, Yorkie bars. Yorkie bars named after the city of York. And they also make Aeros, Smarties, Lion bars. Escape from the authorities you could do. One of them allegedly goes underneath this road to what is now a pub on the left-hand side, which is quite handy for the nuns if you fancy a quick tipple. You can nip across. So there you see the big archways, high-decker airways, which was York's version of the Blitz. They damaged various other buildings, but this was one of the key targets, being of course a good way of moving. Now this bridge may not look quite as impressive as that, but it's very nice, isn't it? However, before we had a bridge, getting across the river was a bit more difficult. You had to basically pay a ferryman to sail across in a boat. The ferryman was based in the small turret you see here on the left, called Barker Tower, the small one with a pointy roof there. For a couple of pennies he'd sail you across to the opposite side, of course. On the opposite side of the river, you can get onto the cruise boats nowadays, of course, for a cruise up and down the river. Also, they've got an art market out there now on the river. So you can wander down there, pretend that's near the walking down a river in Paris and the Seine. Got all the artists out there displaying their work. It's, you know, a very nice place to be. You've got the gardens there, of course, and a very fine restaurant there called the Star in the City. On the right, you've got the medieval Guildhall dating back to the 1400s, and still very much in use. Open for civic functions and meetings, but open to the public too. And it was bombed by the Germans too, just like the train station, of course, being a place for local government. They hit it there and it was both set on fire, but thankfully they managed to save most of the buildings. Had to read, you can see the ruins of St Mary's Abbey, part of the Roman fortress, and of course the Yorkshire Museum. That's why it's called the Museum Gardens after all. You find things in there like dinosaurs, you find also Roman artefacts, medieval things, all sorts of things inside there. And you could do worse than just sitting there with an ice cream as well. It's a nice day. We don't get so many of them around here in Yorkshire, so you might as well enjoy them when you can. Now directly ahead you've got the famous York Minster. They're not all getting off because they didn't enjoy it, by the way. I'll see, they've done a full circuit. Right, I think it might be a look. No. No, wrong thing.
Guy was running it, so it's happened to the one. That's what
đây nó vô đây rõ, vô quay rõ mà đẹp quá vậy. Một màu đen đen.
Muốn hoàn lại không? Anh không đừng hết.
Hoàn lại sợ nó vạ xịt.
Có nổi xuống mà.
Này đi ở dưới đường được không ba? Có xe không? Đi dưới đường được không? Có xe không?
Đi đó, có xe đi đó.
Would you like one? I'm not the best.
Ok ba. Cái nhà thờ nè. Nhà phố đi bộ. Đi hướng nào? Lâm lẻ quá anh. Lâm này lẻ không? Đây đồng 50 một hao. Chết lâm này lẻ quá, mua quá. Đây này chắc là có xài thẻ nhở? Chắc có. Hồi xưa con kiểu nhìn giống của Việt Nam quá. Hả? Nó mua cho em cái mũ nha, cái mũ là cái dầm không? Kiểu giống của Việt Nam như trời.
Ăn cái ngọt.
Đúng là trà sữa.
Ngọt cái đâu bia đâu. Hả? Nước ngọt nha.
Sợ đi.
Coi đi.
Có tôm hả? Đẹp trai. đi qua bên này ơi. Qua bên này. Em thích cái bông đây quá. Wow, mấy cái này hay quá vậy. Ủa kẹo nè anh.
Vừa mua rói nó làm cho nó mua rói chị đừng lắm.
Thích vậy.
Ngang qua đây đâu.
Giờ nó ngang xong chỉ đừng cục luôn. Lại là bông nữa. Trời ơi, đẹp quá.